welcome to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T. Tonight we are reviewing Belle Collective Season 2, Episode 2 and 3. And is it 2, 3, and 4? 2, 3, and 4. We're going to knock them all out at one time because, we can do that.
Well, it's been like 2 and 3. I mean, 3 and 4 were kind of like one long episode.
Yeah.
So.
But before we start,
no, let Rhonda do it.
Let Rhonda do it.
Smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel.
Did she do a good job? All right. You get his approval. Okay.
You don't even understand how excited I am right now.
Is this your baby? We starting off the episode with Tisha asking, oh boy, Glenn, if this is her baby. He said if it was, then he would be on child support. Is that how that works? It's a whole lot of people not on child support.
Is this your baby, nigga? Is this your baby? It's 8 years. What's T?
He said
it's
last
his
time
baby. Y'all are playing in our face. It's his.
He said last time he talked to her, he reached out to her years ago wanting a DNA test. So he ain't talked to the chick. What did the DNA test say?
Lies.
So
unless it ain't his, like if she won't agree to a DNA test, then it's not his because
if it was, you would, especially with you being on the show and everything, all of that would have just been and came out. So he do a lot of begging.
Like Tisha and Glenn went over this a long time ago, and
yeah, because the baby a kid.
That's 8 years ago. Let's talk about how he was texting somebody on the day that he proposed to you. Like, let's talk about that. Like, didn't that happen?
Right. So not that chick, the other, the new one, or the whoever.
Them that I swear, Scotty by nature be calling him Lil Boosie, and now every time I see him,
look like Boosie.
He's Lil Boosie.
So, he did a lot of begging and stuff. And, she says she's standing her ground and she ain't going for it. But this is episode 2. So, Latrice with Goddess Lynn. Okay. She at her store. She doing good because she said she done sold out all the wigs, child. All she had with display wigs left. Okay. This is her flagship store. So, her flagship store is in the hood. Okay.
You can't be sold out of all your wigs. She's gonna have to step up her situation.
Her inventory.
You can't be out of stock of everything.
Is she doing personalized wigs? Is she making the wigs? What is she doing? I don't know because I don't wear the wigs. But I know some people make the wigs
but she needs her supply. Like, I'm just saying, you can't run out of everything. So she might be at that point where she can no longer be, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like what was going on with Kenya. Like she has probably grown to that point where now you need to pull in some other resources and,
Yeah. So she's in this location that's in the hood, but her husband want her to move to a new location out of the hood. Okay. He said, well, you ain't got to be in the suburbs. Just do a decent area in Jackson, okay? Because I mean, that's where you started off.
What would be dope? This is just a thought. It would be so dope if she could buy or rent a building on Fair Street, since that's what we're supposed to be doing over there. And you know what I'm saying? Just a thought.
Kind of go with it, just to put it out there, Yeah. So her husband come over. He had a couple of issues, fist of water. I'm just like, it's just
move
the water. But no, it was just all he did was turn the wrench. Y'all couldn't figure that out.
They could have done that. And you know what? Anybody with a business knows how to tweak the shit, the air conditioning and all of that.
Yeah, it wasn't even a whole lot. But here's my thing. So she had this little dude there. And he was talking to her kind of crazy. And I don't know if anybody peeped that. And I was like, I hope this ain't another one of them like Drew type dude.
Messy
He was trying real hard, calling her ratchet and making little comments and stuff. I was like, please don't let us be seeing this dude a lot. Because he do a little
I think he might have been auditioning. You know what I'm saying? As one of, because if they're having this another season, like, if she's smart, she will do a lot of filming at her business.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
He was a little hater, so that ain't the one you want around. He was calling her clothes ratchet and making little comments every time she said something. I'm like, that ain't the one you want around you.
He just was trying to be extra.
Yeah. So Tisha invited her. Wait a minute. Tisha invited her to brunch.
Well, they had that
Who
little
was gonna be there?
Well,
Did we already do? Oh, Marie. So this is okay because I'm all the way back at 2. So Tisha, she tells her Tisha invited her to brunch. Marie's gonna be there. I'm sorry because we doing them all together. So I'm like, we already did this.
No, that was that first little thing she had.
Yeah. So she gonna be there. So she trying to figure out if she gonna go. Okay. So she says she don't want to disrespect her friend, but you know, we know how Marie do. Okay. So then we got Tambra. Tambra invited Tisha and Marie to lunch so they could meet this new girl, Akeisha. Child.
Tisha, Anisha, Tatisha, Akeisha. Whoo. Y'all, I think y'all funny.
Child. But before Akeisha get there, Tisha and Marie sit up there talking, and she's talking about she's still trying to process the baby mama death and dealing with her husband cheating Tisha. Well, hell, both of their husbands was. You know what I'm saying? both of their husbands was. You know what I'm saying?
Like that movie, Not for Color Girls. Like,
oh, it was horrible.
Oh my God, y'all are wearing me the fuck out.
You know what I'm saying? She was asking Tisha, has she outgrown Glenn? Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. I would hope so.
I want to go back over to the wig store. It's funner up there.
So, you know, Tisha is in that whole talking, you know, I'm moving on, I'm doing better, you know.
Why do they all do that? They all say, I'm finding myself, I found my voice, and
yeah. And then he could say one little thing and she right back in it. But so Tambra and Akeisha come in. Child, Akeisha is the self-proclaimed queen of Jackson. Okay. She is beauty queen down, baby.
I feel like maybe that's why I don't hate her so much. I feel like I've met this girl before in my life, you know.
Miss Jackson.
Yeah.
High society, the boule. Yeah, that's her. Her husband is an ex-football player, okay? So he's retired and they are from New Jersey. They've been living in New Jersey. Okay. And she's been going back and forth. So now she's down here because she's want to do something with this Fair Street. Okay. And she let us know, you know, her whole background history, her father, her brothers, you know, they were all music educators in Jackson. She asked, you know, well, Tambra was like, you know, Akeisha was the pretty girl in high school. She was part of the pretty girl club. And she's just like, you know.
I feel like Tambra knows how to handle her because it's entertaining as hell. That's all cool, fine and cool. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, but you know, that's dope that you have history here. Like, not many of us can say that or know our history like that. So, you know, it's something she should be proud of.
Well, she asked Marie, you know, did you go to school to Jackson? Marie said she did. She said, well, you know, the band, the hall, all of that was named after us. You know what I'm saying? It's been 50 to 60 Hollies that then been through that band, and the music hall
I
was
think
named
that's
after you.
impressive. I think that's very impressive.
Marie felt like she's trying to one up her on everything. Marie talk about her business, and she had a methadone clinic in Hattiesburg. Then she started talking about how her family started addiction clinic. So it was a little tit for tat, you know.
Yeah, but
Tambra.
is it if I guess, but if you really got that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like if tit for tat to me is like when I'm trying to one up you on some bullshit. But if it's like factual stuff,
It was a bit extra. She was
it was
being
it
she
was
was
extra,
being
but I'm
extra.
just saying, like if I'm having that conversation with you and you can be like, well, my grandfather's name is on that school. Oh, okay, like I'm gonna give you
Yeah,
that then. My
yeah.
name. That's okay.
Well, Tambra said, Tambra and do her radio station, and then she said she was the midday diva in her radio station in
Was
Atlanta.
she?
I don't know, child.
I feel
I
like
don't
you can
know.
find out though.
She said she had the first internet station in Atlanta. That's what she said.
Mm.
Um, so where I'm at, 3. All right. So
I feel like though Marie always comes from this place of, it really don't have nothing to do with you. I feel like she was very braggadocious. It was a lot. She was throwing her
she
resume out
was.
on the table.
Mm-hmm.
But why do I take that as she's trying to one up me? Because I got what I got. This is my resume.
Well, Marie doesn't like people, and she particularly don't like cute girls.
Clearly not light skinned ones with green eyes.
She don't. Well, that's what she said. Then she said they were evil.
You can't trust these girls with light eyes, she said.
That's what she said.
Like, okay. Because she had complete control over that. Keisha, you shouldn't have been born with light eyes. You should do that next time. Don't do that.
So Tisha invites everybody to the brunch. Okay. She wants Akeisha there because her father got that whole legacy with Fair Street, and she like, despite all of that, with her ego, we're gonna put all this aside because she's trying to see the bigger picture. The bigger picture is to get Fair Street up and running.
As you should.
So the next thing,
what is Marie bringing to the table? Your good friend. How is she helping you make that happen?
She don't bring shit to the table. She flipped the motherfuckers off us. She don't do shit.
I'm just asking.
So Maria,
Tamara is a radio station person, so
that, and she was hosting all of her parties and stuff. So yeah. So we see Maria and her mom. Her mom been living with her for the past 3 months. She was absent while she was growing up, so Marie lived with her dad. And she said her dad made a bunch of excuses till he just couldn't no more while mama wasn't around. So mama was like, so you understand now what it was? And she said, honestly, she didn't understand what her mama was going through until a year ago when she added substance abuse program to her business. So then she got a better understanding of what her mama was dealing with.
But hell, she 40 something now. Her whole life she hasn't been understanding.
Her mom said, there you go. I was cracking up. She was like, you got it now. Now you got it. So she said her life been better since she been living with Marie, but she only had a little bump or two. So since you want to bring up the little bump or two, Marie want to know what happened the other night when you went out and you came back and you had a black eye and a bump on your head. She said she went somewhere she wasn't supposed to be. Okay. And she said, why? She said, because I'm addicted to drugs.
Listen, Marie, do you want that in your house? Like, I get it, it's your mother and you don't want to see her in the street, but that's what she at. She's still there. And you got the grandbaby and all of that stuff, and the stress
it's
of that.
It's another Frankie situation when I look
at
it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, she apologized, but at the end of the day, she said this is who she is. So it don't sound like that she looking to change
She's not trying to change.
anytime soon.
No. And like I said, like the grandbaby situation, that's a lot of work. And she better make her son like, which she probably won't because he's a boy, so they're gonna feel like they need to help him so much. But
Mm-hmm.
the grandbabies can bring joy in the midst of all of that, you know, that other shit besides all the work. But the mother on crack,
yeah,
I don't know, help her get to sobriety center or something. But having
she
her
gonna
in your
come up
house sounds
missing
like
in
a
the
terrible
house.
idea.
She gonna start coming up missing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the brunch. Everyone starts to arrive. Akeisha get there and she's like, "This is really small." She thought it was gonna be bigger. Okay. Um, Latrice came in. Charlie Marie instantly got irritated. Then you know Latrice was coming. Didn't your friend tell you Latrice was coming? Um, she going
Why
to
though? Like it's girl, this ain't got nothing to do with Latrice.
she go on this whole thing still talking about Latrice trying to ruin her business. Um,
Sidebar. Just because you didn't bring it up, but when they met at that lunch with Akeisha, she added cosmetologist to her resume while she's
she
sitting up
did.
there in
She
that
said she
crunchy
been
ass.
doing it. She said she been doing hair for years. Her
When
and
do you have time? Like, see, this is why your business don't work because you don't have like. How do you do all of this? You got the what is it? What is her job?
y'all
What is
be
that
listening
business?
to these women always talking about I got businesses and you can't do everything effectively. They all gonna give yourself heart attacks trying to run 12 different business and raise kids and take care of home and do this for y'all keep listening to
Well,
all
my
these
thing
women
is,
out
as
here.
a cosmetologist, like, ain't no way you can be doing all of that while you standing behind the chair doing other folks' hair.
She ain't
So,
doing it.
right.
She said she had how many methadone? 8 methadone clinics or whatever.
Which doesn't even go together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Generally, people's businesses kind of are an offset of each other.
It's
None of the
right.
shit she's doing
It's
makes
no
sense.
rhyme or reason to that, right? But you know, that's the little thing with Latrice. She trying to have competition with Latrice.
She's over there, girl. She over there doing.
She mad
See, if
Latrice.
she was really
So
smart, she would think of her as a colleague because that's what she is.
nope, nope.
No. Okay.
So Akeisha couldn't concentrate because she said that it was too much glitter on the table. Okay, and her plate was dirty. And she offered to go talk to the owner because she said she owed the owner. And but Tisha went and got her another clean plate. She ain't like the food either. So she was not a happy camper. Um,
What is this freaking breakfast brunch for? That's what
well,
I
this
want.
is supposed to be about Fair Street, so I thought. Um, but she asked all the ladies before they got started to go around the table and say something positive. And she started with Mel, and Mel said something nice, and then she went to Marie, and Marie
Why
said,
are we doing that? This is not a party hosted by Simone. Can we talk
"It's
about
her women
how many
empowerment brunch."
No, stop that. How many places are available on Fair Street? How many people will be interested? Are we having any type of conversations that
We
reference?
can't never get to it. We didn't have been to how many brunches with Marie, and we have never got down to the business. The last time the white lady got in her feelings and shut it down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have never got
Well,
down
we
to
don't
what
see
these
her
brunches is
any
for.
more brunches. She's been banned from the
I've
business.
never got to eat my food at these brunches. I'm
Well,
like,
apparently you don't want it because the waffles is saggy and the bacon is burnt. So
oh my goodness. And I know Jackson got some better food than that. So I don't know what's going on. Cause one thing I'm pretty sure Jackson has got some good food. Okay. Um, so she acted stupid, so that got everybody like this bitch. Here she go. You know what I'm saying? Letitia asked everyone, to be present. Everybody is there. Don't be crazy. So Juicy was like, I agree, because I came from this lunch. This is my first lunch. I'm trying to learn something from people. So Gucci she real estate. Hell, is y'all gonna buy these buildings on Ferry Street or what? I'm trying to get down to the business. Child Marie got up and left. She said,
as a grown-ass woman with all the shit that she has going on in her life, I can't imagine being that pressed about a 20-something child being across the room from me.
And all she did was walk in.
All she did
was walk in. She didn't say nothing. She just walked in.
Bless her heart.
Jeez.
You should be proud of her. Like, what did she actually do to you? Because what I remember happening is you coming on TV and just, her dissing her business, talking about the wigs and did somebody steal her. You did that.
You talking about her destroying her. You watched the first scene that we saw you came in talking about her business.
And the shit they got going on, like, that's some shit that didn't even take place on the show. So you mad about something that we really weren't a part of.
You know what I'm saying? And I was sitting up there the whole time like, but what happened? I wouldn't even know nothing about it. You brought the
shit, gossip, locally bullshit.
Child. So this girl was so overwhelmed, she walked her ass into the men's bathroom, okay? Her girlfriend got up. What's her name? Essie. Essie got up, run after her, because that's what she do.
I'm just like, what does it say about what you see, how you see yourself as an adult woman, that you be running up and behind some fool that don't know how to act?
After you already know what people were saying, that you act like you obsessed with her, and y'all trying to say that ain't it, but then we still
do this. I'm back. I'm not a lesbian, girl. Everybody asked you all that time.
Right.
Take it easy.
So then Essie go check on her. Then she come out and tell Tisha she need to go talk to Marie because she the gopher. And then this chick go run off to Marie, and everybody looking like, so what happened to brunch?
Why are we here?
Child, and she going on and on about Latrice trying to run her business. They loud. Shoot, people like, if they in there fighting, that's how loud and stuff she was. Tampa going there, see what's going on. Just a hot mess. And I'm like, so how many times we gonna invite this girl to your party for her?
What would have happened if you just stayed at the table, handled your business, and let Marie stand in the bathroom and let Essie go chase after her ass? Then what was gonna happen? Because that's what you should have done.
She should have just ignored her and then kept it moving.
Kept it moving. Because this ain't the first time she's done this.
No.
You're used to this. This is what she does. Let her stand her ass in the bathroom.
No. So after talking to her, this fool gonna come out, go get Latrice and ask Latrice to go talk to Marie.
I wish Latrice would have just stuck to, I don't think so. I'm good.
That ain't a good idea.
Not doing that.
F Marie. That's what she should have said.
I don't like her. I don't want to like her. What I said I would do is come here and support you. And I did and behave myself.
So Latrice going there though, when she talked to her and she let her know I had no motive to go to anybody, okay, and say anything about your business. And Latrice get mad because that wasn't good enough. She want her to own that she did it. She like, but I ain't do it,
I don't give a shit what you want, though. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm cool without you, period. I just told this lady I was going to come here.
Well, Akeisha ended up leaving the brunch because she had enough, okay? She had enough. Tisha eventually go back to her party, but at that time, it was a wrap. It was a wrap, okay? You didn't let this girl ruin your party. This is the second one. Y'all just you keep running out every time something happens.
The last get together was fine because she wasn't there. They all sat there, and I don't know that they accomplished anything except for Tisha saying that same shit she always say.
Girl.
But
well, my favorite part was So Gucci and JJ hanging out with Cliff and Latrice. I want more JJ. They up there riding on they little acres. These folks got 300 acres. And they got a nice little venue space on it.
Is that why Maria's so mad?
Hell yeah, she mad at that. That little girl gotta come up. That was
so
nice.
I guess Daddy got more money than we realized.
Daddy got money. And they got that little space where you can have wedding, family reunions and weddings and stuff. And it actually was nice. And that was, yeah, I like stuff like that. Child, which I just say this is a country boy heaven. Okay. So they playing in the ATVs in the mud, splashing.
But I mean, and they like in Mississippi, they ain't got to worry about nobody saying shit about shit because this is all their land. So
yep. So they went inside and they was talking about how the lunch went, and Akeisha acting bougie, Marie having hate for Latrice for no reason. And my question was, did anybody know the rumor? Because they kept talking about the rumor, but nobody saying nothing about the rumor. But I guess we found out later. So then it moved to JJ asked Latrice if she had any kids. And she said the same thing like she been saying. She felt like a baby would slow her down. And then her dude gonna make a comment, gonna say, "Don't be like Tambra." Boy, stop. That girl young.
She doesn't want any kids. Maybe by the time she gets Tambra's age, she gonna feel the exact same way she feels now.
Could be. Everybody don't want them. So Juicy was like, look, best thing for her to do is she ain't ready, she ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? Make sure
I don't know if Tambra is really cares.
You say you don't think Tambra care?
I don't think it's a be all end all for her. I think she's like, let me see if I'm good. You know, because she went to go pick a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, speaking of Tambra met up with Akeisha. And they talk about that brunch being her first impression of meeting the ladies. That was horrible. I ain't mad at Akeisha for leaving the lunch. I would have left that mess too. Cause I've been like, so this is it? I'm supposed to sit here listening to y'all argue?
Because first of all, like she said, this is a brunch. This is only like 10 people. And if you don't have like a small get together, then have a smaller venue. So it ain't like 5 people sitting in, you know, at that big ass table. They can at least mingle and get to know each other. Because I feel like Gucci and Akeisha having a conversation, like you said, about real estate. That's how shit starts happening. Sitting around a table saying, say something nice about everybody. That's not progress.
So
we could have had a tea party. She should have called it a tea party. Switch the brunch. Don't do any more brunch. Don't do a tea party.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like you don't know nobody.
So we learned a little something about Akeisha. Akeisha has 2 kids. She was talking about her 2 kids. But she had 7 miscarriages and 7 rounds of IVF. Okay, that's a lot. She went through a lot. So
she went through a lot, and they had enough money to do that shit.
Yeah. Dang. But she said that all of that made her insecure with her marriage, you know. But then after going through all of that, because none of that worked, she had 3 endocrinologists. I don't know, child. Whatever it was, I'm sure it was expensive, but it didn't work. None of that worked. And she ended up having both of her children natural. So she was kind of, you know, bonding because Tambra is dealing with the whole thing and fibroids and all of that stuff that she's going through. So she talked about wanting to have kids with old boy, and she's like, she done been with this man 16 years, and she ain't had no kids. Not really though, because they've been separate. They
I don't
wasn't
think
like they
they've
were
been
consistently
together.
together,
Right.
so that's another thing.
I don't think they're really together now.
Think they're just kicking it. And
Right,
she's
because
like,
they
if
don't
I'm
have
gonna have
nothing
a
else
kid,
going on
I have it with him.
for him. Yeah.
Yeah. So is Marie's son baby mama funeral day. So we see her and it's after the funeral and she's having a lupus flare up and she's bedridden and she's talking about, Jerez being in school and she got to help him take care of the baby. First of all, he got babies. And why is he allowed to be away in school? That's not even an option anymore. Huh? First of all, when the second one came, that's not even an option.
Well, and she's got lupus. So you're not talking somebody that's just tired. She has a debilitating situation where she can't even get out of the bed. So how is she gonna take care of a baby?
Mm-mm. And talking about, her personal life, her business life is doing good, but her personal life is in shambles. Okay. Her husband's a cheater. He
But
ain't
you know
trying to
what? When you
co-parent.
like crumple up all that angry energy, it has to turn into
Yeah.
something. You know what I'm saying? It has to.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, her friend came by and checked on her and everything. And she talking about her husband and how she trying to get him to co-parent. So I guess the best way to do that is she gonna have to go and buy him a Rolex. Is that what we do? That's what we do? Okay.
I feel like that's the payoff. Like, because both of them feel like they're a member of the community. Both of them do.
Yeah.
So is that like,
child, I guess. I don't know.
because I mean, I can't make sense out of any other way.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Well, Latrice, she visits her mom and she let her know, Cliff want to have a child. And your mom is like, he got a jealous heart like your dad. Okay. So she see that it looks like she married her own father. Cause let me see.
Because he old school misogynistic thought process.
Yeah.
He wants her to be at home, and if she has a baby, he gonna expect her to be at home. Just like
And
how
that's what
T.I.
she
was
said. A
acting
woman's place is to
when
be at
Tiny wanted to
home.
go
He
on
had the
tour.
baby. Yep. Mm-mm. So when her father left, well, she said she felt like she's been traumatized because when her father left, then she had her brothers, and then both of her brothers died. So it's kind of like she's been chasing this father figure that she didn't get growing up. And then she got an issue with her dad too because she felt like because they had to step up, they did things to be the dad, the father of the family, and it put them in situations they probably shouldn't have been in that caused their death. You know what I'm saying? So
I think when you lose a lot of people close to you, it makes you fearful of a lot of shit.
yeah. So her mom advice to her was, you need to think about it first. Every marriage need work. You know what I'm saying? But you need to really. On the last episode, Akeisha went out. Oh no, this ain't the last one. We still in the other one. So Akeisha go out to eat with Letitia. Okay, she want an apology. Okay, Tisha want an apology from Akeisha because she said she came in with negative energy. Okay,
did she?
That's what she said. And she said, well, I thought it was gonna be professional. Okay, and I was the most professional person there. She said she thought she was gonna meet with the who's, but she ended up meeting with the Pelahatchie posse. Is that what she said?
She's not wrong, but the thing is, like, she's wealthy, clearly. She's been up there in New Jersey, and it's a different situation up there. So she done came down to Jackson, and
she should know that you from Jackson.
You have all this long history.
Yeah.
So now you're gonna come back to Jackson being fancy pants. Girl, what did you think it was gonna be?
She
and why don't you know the who's who? You don't know the who's who? Your resume says you should.
Well, evidently, but she thought they was gonna be there. She didn't know.
They were not there.
Well, old girl said the chick that she originally met, teacher said this was not the girl that was at the brunch. So she was irritated. And she said, and first of all, she trying to steal my idea because I'm the original one came up with trying to rehab Fair Street.
Well, what have you been doing to do it? Like, is she trying to steal your idea, or is she trying to be a part of it?
Hopefully they just gonna team up and do it together, because it was you. We all can have ideas, but if it ain't nobody doing nothing to move forward, you know. But they decide they just gonna put all that aside and work together. And then they didn't brought up Demond, aka Greedy, out the blue. I was like, well, where this conversation came from?
Tisha, out the blue. Like, do you know whatever Demond?
Right, since we got that out the way, you know,
you don't know this lady, but you gonna ask her about him,
girl. Child, please. So,
and at the end of the day, your friend, like, just because he smashed and she ain't shit to him, that ain't, girl. If she's your good friend of 20 years, why didn't you know him then? Because they don't.
Girl, I don't care. Y'all can go with Greedy and Demond. Y'all know they all the same. So Akeisha take Tisha on the tour of Ferris Street. Now, one thing that was interesting, she said that Ferris Street basically was like a big ass plantation, the whole Ferris Street. Okay. And she was like, her brother, she was born over here, her granddaddy was over there, and like it used to be a plantation. That's crazy. So
I will say, like, for whatever reason, when she was going through telling the history of, it was definitely, I caught it a little bit better as history than when Tisha, like, all I remember her saying is Obama ate at that restaurant.
Oh, well, yeah, because she know more about the history because it's her family history.
Right.
So she said that back in the day, her granddaddy bought all this land, but his friend, who clearly was white, put it in his name because Black people couldn't own nothing. So he must have been a real good man that he ain't take it from him, because that was tricky.
Yeah. Because I don't know that I would trust anybody to do that, like, still to this day.
Like your people. Okay. Right. Your own people.
Right.
Child. So she's like, oh girl, I can't wait to show Marie all that. She was like, well, how about we just work together?
Why though? Why?
I have not seen Marie even show any interest in Ferris Street. Honestly, when has she said anything? She didn't open up all them clinics. She ain't said nothing about opening nothing on Ferris Street. She don't seem like she care. So why are you so?
She doesn't. She only cares about the shit that she has going on with herself.
Right. Well, girl, like me, let's work on us. Okay, you deal with that later.
Because I'm not fucking with Marie, because if she don't know how to act, then she can't go somewhere and be in the room. If you're dealing in business on that level, you know how many people are gonna be in the room that you don't fuck with, but you just gotta.
Right. So Marie go see Tisha to let her know that she don't plan to come on any more brunches. And she was like, it's meant for empowerment. Why would you not come? She was like, because it's too much shade there. And she don't want to be in the same room with Latrice. I'm sorry. this girl sat up there trying to explain to her why she should be there. And I'm like, she's absolutely right. She don't need to be there. Why
She
are we
don't need
begging
to
this
be
girl?
there. She uninvited herself. So you should be that. She gave you an out.
She did. And you should have been like, you know what? It's probably best. That's how she should have left it. Not worrying about Marie, not taking no accountability.
What does that
it don't
mean?
matter.
Like, and maybe that's not how she needs to support you. Like, I guess she can support you without coming to your brunches. Ain't shit going down at your brunches. You ain't doing nothing but say something nice about each other.
Come on. She don't need to be there. And that was a way out, like you said. So good job, Marie. Glenn go visit Tisha mama. He said, you know, that's like a mama to him too, because he been with her mama since he was 17 as well.
And her mother served his ass up just like she been knowing him since he was 17.
Child, that mama said, you a repeat offender. She said, now the affair was misdemeanors, but that baby was a felony. Okay. And she basically told her, like, you know, you got a lot. You got a lot you're gonna have to deal with. She ain't gonna just let you come back like that. So do what you gotta do.
I feel like she is.
She is. Her mama don't think she is, but she telling her that he gotta earn her the trust, you know, but it's gonna take a minute. So we meet Akeisha's husband. What was his name? Do you remember his name? I don't know if I had put it down or not.
I don't remember.
I don't even know if they said it. But anyway, they sit down, they having a conversation, and he let it be known, you know, look, he a New Yorker. And she's like trying to get him to permanently move to Jackson, and he ain't feeling that. Jackson
ain't no way, bro. Like, we would have to figure out a way to do both.
She want him to be there, to live there for at least 2 years while she's working on the Ferris Street.
Well, I still need my New York house where I can get the fuck out of here. I don't see nothing wrong with that, but I am not gonna be residing in Jackson.
She said she tried to put a guilt trip on her. She said that she had been moving with him in his football career, so now he owe it up to her. This is something she working on. I gave you years, you need to give me years.
I don't disagree with her, and I think 2 years is not a lot to ask, but I'm still gonna have my New York spot where I can go
back and forth
home. I'm not gonna be stuck in Jackson.
Well, they're not gonna get rid of the New York house, are they? She wasn't saying that. She was talking about buying a house addition too, because then they got enough money.
I mean, I think that's fair. In Jackson, it can't be that much.
Yeah.
Not in comparison to up there.
Well, we got so Gucci showing them houses, right? And he looking around and he like, this is a decent house, but this is a 5,000 square feet house, and this is too big to be a temporary home. Who is gonna take care of it? Who gonna maintain it when we go back? I will agree that that's a lot for you to only be there 2 years. I'm sorry. 2 years. She said she wasn't staying in no 1,200. Okay, yeah, not no 1,200 square foot.
Well, not 1,200, but
a happy medium, 5,000 square feet, though.
3,000 would be, you know, because she got kids.
Yeah, yeah.
That's probably more what she's used to.
Right.
And you could probably flip a 3,000 square feet house in Jackson quicker than 5,000.
Right.
So,
right. Child, he told her, child, it seemed like you're trying to kidnap me.
I can understand her though, like, because she has so much history there. I can understand her wanting to make herself a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
For her kids to have that same, you know what I'm saying?
They're gonna have to just do the back and forth.
If they're both retired, I don't see why they wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
Like, if he's retired from football,
he could do it.
He could do it.
And she's gonna have to compromise on that house. It's a guest house. It's the vacation home.
And I think he's gonna find that he likes being down south more than he thinks.
Well, she said that he's country. She said she's Southern, but he's country.
Like when it get cold and he can still come down to the Jackson house and be chilling and over there barbecuing with JJ and them crazy ass niggas.
So JJ and them is entertaining.
Yeah.
So Essie then took her crazy ass over there to visit Latrice. And Latrice said, "What you come down here for? You want to make over?" Child, they went back and forth trading insults.
I think that's so odd, Essie.
Essie coming over there. Well, she got to come defend her woman. That's what she was doing.
I mean,
she was like, "Don't worry about it. I got it. I'll take care of it."
But what is the end result that you want? I don't fuck with her. It didn't happen.
It didn't go the way she thought. So she started talking about, we have
she's young, but she's not stupid, and she knows her worth, like as it relates to them clowns.
Right.
So
she's talking about having her hair products too. It's that competition shit.
Yeah, but I don't want their shit because their hair look, like not. Essie got nothing wrong with her hair, but you don't have none. I mean, this girl is over here with the wigs and
right. That's what's selling.
That's what's popping.
Yeah, and yeah, it's crazy. So she got into this whole thing with Latrice initiating a rumor about Marie doing fraud, and because of that, Marie lost employees and clients. So what it seemed like. So what happened was, I don't know if it was a blogger or whoever reached out to Latrice and was like, "I got this on Marie."
Latrice, she was in the mess. I feel like she was in the mess.
She said, "I got this dirt on Marie and Tisha." And old girl was like, "Well, don't put it out there about Tisha, because me and Tisha cool, but go ahead and do what you want to do about Marie." That is not, she put you out here, because whatever the fraud situation, the shit was out there. She didn't put it out there. You lost employees. Don't just walk away over rumors.
Well, employees know better.
You see what I'm saying? So you was doing something. She didn't like that girl from go.
Like I said, we didn't even know nothing about that. You bringing that up. We didn't know. All we knew was, I mean, they touched on it a little bit during the reunion, but I think the white girl has something to do with that. She was the one, in the middle of all that nonsense. At the end of the day, don't nobody care, Marie. If your business is legit, carry on.
Girl.
But you also, like I said, you came in there talking shit about her business. You started that shit.
You started it, and you didn't like the way it ended up. It finished. Don't start shit. You can't back it up. Because when they come for you, you can't cry. So Latrice been saying this. She want to put it behind them. Y'all, that's on y'all. So y'all figure that out. You get Marie to put that shit behind her, because I don't think Latrice even care like that.
I mean, Latrice is young and pretty and successful, and she's got this older man over there, and she's wealthy, and they over there talking about their husbands cheating and left them and wore out and tore up, and so it's a lot of envy going on. What's the name too? I was gonna call this little nigga little bootsy. Glenn is out there, doing whatever he doing. So Tisha want to be bringing. I'm calling all these chicks Tisha. I don't know one from the other. Tisha's over there like trying to start shit with Tambra for what reason we don't know.
But she's miserable right now.
I don't know nothing about nothing. That's what she should have told her friend. Girl, don't bring that shit over here. I don't know what you got going on, but he, if they're a thing and they're clearly a thing, what are you doing?
Because he all on TV.
Because he said this what it is.
He all on TV with her, so that's embarrassing. If that's supposed to be you,
it ain't you. So leave me out of that shit. Don't be a whore.
So Glenn had met up with Letitia, and she got on her get 'em girl outfit. She really looked cute though. She did. She really looked cute. He's sitting up there trying to beg her. He said he didn't went to 3 counseling sessions. She ain't show up to none of them, so he want to know what's going on. He said, because at the bottom line, despite all the affairs and shit that I done had, I'm a good dude. Despite all of that, okay?
He was like, come on, bro. How long you about to do this?
Right.
Not even sorry.
Right.
Like,
when
you
so coming home?
That you're taking this long to drop this shit. God.
She said that's his pattern though. She said that's what you do. You apologize and you do it again.
We know that's why he's tired of this shit, because he usually doesn't have to work this hard. You moved out and all that bullshit.
You doing a whole lot, and you know you're doing this for these cameras because you know this ain't even how we roll.
This ain't what it is.
And
about
clearly,
to give me some the other day. You know I was about to get some the other day.
Right. He probably got some after this scene, because at the end of it, she agreed to start dating him. Okay, we're gonna go slow. We're gonna start with a date. Okay, and we're gonna do baby steps.
What does that look like? What does that look like when you like break up with your man? We're gonna go on dates with each other.
That don't work, because I'm gonna go on dates, but it ain't gonna be with my man. If you out there cheating and we break up, then I'm finna go do me, because you been doing you. But
but then you changed your mind, so now he can come back, but he can't come back. You're just gonna go on dates.
No, we're not doing that. We too grown for that. Child. So next episode, Letitia gonna tell Tambra about this other chick, child. So she coming with the mess. But you so
I'm ready
empowerment. You
I'm
so
ready to get to it.
Empowerment.
Child.
That went out the window.
My man is cheating on me, and he got side babies out here. Everybody needs to know what their man's out here doing.
Child. But that's what it seemed like. So she finna come with the mess next week. D, you gonna close us out?
Not
gonna do it. He said Rhonda. So go ahead and tell us.
All right then, y'all. Smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.